So in our new contemporary fiction Moodle, you'll see it looks a little different. In the Quizlet vocabulary section, and I've changed it so that you can scroll through the whole class now instead of having to go from topic to topic. In the Quizlet vocabulary section, under today's quiz, where we saw the quiz yesterday, it tells you when the next quiz will be. You also see there's the list of roots. Here are all the lists of vocabulary, and when you click on these, they're actually embedded right into the Moodle, so you don't have to go to Quizlet to study them if you don't want to. They'll load right here in the Moodle. Okay? They will only record your scores, though, on games when you're logged into Quizlet, so if you really like those scores, make sure you do that. I can navigate back to the home page by clicking there. And let me make myself a student here so I see what you see. Can't do that, but I can. All right, so and then here's our quiz from yesterday and last week and the grade for it. Now, speaking of grades, you can see your grades anytime by going to Settings and clicking on Grades, and you'll get a little page that looks like this. Now, this here, this category total, this is not correct, so you don't ever look at that. But if something has been graded, there's a grade in this column right here. If you see this little mark like this, it means I haven't graded it yet. And anything that's blue in Moodle, remember you can click on. So if you took yesterday's quiz and you want to look back at your quiz, you can always click on that link. Okay? All right, and then I navigate back to the home page that way. In Before the Course, that's just stuff that you might want to look back at. Assignments from Core. Here in this section, I have loaded in your assignments from the core course so that not only can I grade them there, but I can, you have access to your resume and your letter and your essay right there. And we're going to finish that, the final copy of the letter, of the essay at the end of this week, so make sure you're in class. Today in class we went through fiction and current events, literature of the time. We reviewed back to our document that we were on yesterday where we sort of defined contemporary, and we also practiced what contemporary means depending on what time it is. Today, we clicked on this, and this is a forum. And in this forum, you're addressing your thoughts so far, sort of a pre-thinking on the essential question of the unit, which is, can literature accurately reflect the time in which we live? And is this a global concept? Is it an idea that's true for everyone? When you make a post in this forum, it's not Facebook, it's not Twitter, it's a school assignment. So we're serious about it and we do our best, including spelling and grammar. These are graded this way. They can get anywhere from 0 to 5 points for each post, and this is a very collegiate thing. A complete post will not only answer the question, but provide some specifics and be free of errors. If your post has errors in it, it can score no higher than a 3. So make sure that you are double checking and you use words you know. It doesn't have to be fancy. Okay? And when you're ready to post, you click reply right here, the bottom right hand corner. It'll give you a message box, and this is where you type your response. When you're done, you click post to forum and it will put them up here. Now all of these people today posted, and you can actually look at some of theirs if you like. They haven't been graded, and even when they are, you won't see their grades. But that is academic forum, and we'll actually use a lot of those. Another thing we did today, if I go back to our home page, was I gave out the books for reading poetry, and it's a book that looks just like this. I've saved one aside for you. We put in the book numbers down here at the bottom. So the very last thing you can get to in the Moodle says Poems to Live by in Uncertain Times book number. You click Add Submission, and in that box right there you type just the book number and click Save Changes. This book is a collection that was put together after September 11th, 2001, and there are lots of informational links here. We've got the book itself, a bunch of biographical information about the poets. Right here, we're actually going to read all 60 of these poems out loud, and I said 60, as in 60. And we're going to read most of them aloud in class. If you should miss class like you did today, click Audio, And here are the 60 poems read by Miss Miller. You can also just listen to these if you miss me. Okay, and so that's what you missed, the gist of today. Talked about some other things and people asked questions, but for the most part, that's what we covered today. When you come tomorrow, I'll give you this book and you can put your book number in, and then you bring that every day. All right.